Hey, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am absolutely buzzing today because we are diving head first into something truly spectacular, something that's going to redefine how we experience the beautiful game, starting with the 2026 World Cup. You know that feeling when you're watching a match and a controversial call just completely ruins the moment? Well, get ready, because technology is here to change all of that and then some. We're talking about the evolution of VAR and a whole suite of mind-blowing innovations that are set to transform football forever. So grab your favorite snack, settle in, and let's unravel the future of soccer together, because this is going to be an epic journey. The 2026 World Cup is not just going to be the biggest ever in terms of host nations and teams, it's also going to be a monumental showcase for how technology is fundamentally altering the very fabric of football. This isn't just about minor tweaks or little gadgets, this is about a paradigm shift in officiating, player performance analysis, and even the fan experience itself. I mean, imagine a world where every single crucial decision is absolutely spot on, where player safety is paramount, and where you as a fan are more immersed than ever before. That future, my friends, is already here, and it's coming to a stadium near you in 2026. Let's kick things off by talking about the elephant in the room, the technology that has probably sparked more debate and discussion than any other in recent football history, and that is, of course, VAR, the video assistant referee. When VAR was first introduced, it was met with a mix of excitement and a whole lot of skepticism, and for good reason. People worried about the flow of the game being disrupted, about the human element being lost, and about whether it would actually solve more problems than it created. But the core idea behind VAR was always noble: to eradicate clear and obvious errors that could unfairly decide the outcome of a match. Think about those infamous moments from World Cups past where a hand of God or a goal that clearly crossed the line was missed by the officials, leading to heartbreak and injustice. VAR was designed to be that safety net, that crucial second pair of eyes that could step in and correct those game-changing mistakes. It started with trials in various leagues and tournaments, slowly but surely gaining traction and demonstrating its potential to make the game fairer. The journey hasn't been without its bumps and bruises, but the intention was always pure. So how exactly does VAR work, for those of you who might still be a little hazy on the details? Well, in essence, there's a dedicated team of video assistant referees, usually in a centralized VAR operations room, watching the match on multiple screens with access to every single camera angle available. They are constantly reviewing play in real time, looking for those specific incidents that fall under VAR's remit. This isn't just a random free-for-all, they're focused on 4 key areas that can have a decisive impact on the game. Those 4 areas are goals, and whether there was an infringement in the build-up, like an offside or a foul penalty, incidents to ensure the correct call is made regarding fouls inside the box, direct red card incidents for serious foul play or violent conduct, and finally mistaken identity to ensure the right player is booked or sent off. The VAR team communicates directly with the on-field referee, but crucially they only intervene if they spot a clear and obvious error or a serious missed incident. This distinction is absolutely vital, because it means VAR isn't there to re-referee every single decision, but rather to correct those undeniable blunders. When a potential clear and obvious error is identified, the VAR team alerts the on-field referee through their earpiece. The referee then has a few options. They can accept the VAR's advice if it's a factual decision like an offside in the build-up to a goal, or they can go to the pitch side monitor for on-field review, or OFR. This OFR is where the referee watches replays of the incident themselves from different angles, often in slow motion, to make their own final decision. It's about empowering the referee with better information, not taking away their authority entirely. Now let's talk about the specific types of decisions VAR has revolutionized, starting with goals and offside calls, which are often the most complex and controversial. Before VAR, determining offside was often a matter of split-second judgment by a linesman, sometimes with devastating consequences for a team. With VAR, and especially with the upcoming semi-automated offside technology, we're getting precision down to the millimeter. This means no more goals incorrectly disallowed or allowed because of a fractional error in judgment. Penalty incidents are another huge area where VAR has brought much-needed clarity. Was that a dive or a legitimate foul inside the box? Was the handball intentional or accidental? These are incredibly difficult calls to make in real time at full speed. VAR allows the referee to review the incident from multiple angles to see the contact, to assess the intent, and ultimately to make a more informed and fairer decision. It reduces the chances of a match being decided by a phantom penalty or a clear foul being missed. And then there are direct red cards, which are obviously game-changing moments. Violent conduct, serious foul play, spitting, these are actions that deserve immediate dismissal but can sometimes be missed in the chaos of a game. VAR ensures that these egregious offenses are caught and that the appropriate disciplinary action is taken, maintaining the integrity and safety of the game. It's about ensuring that justice is served for truly unacceptable behavior on the pitch. Of course, VAR hasn't been without its critics, and I totally get some of the frustrations. The biggest complaint is often about the stoppage in play, the way it breaks up the flow of the game, and sometimes sucks the energy out of a moment of celebration. You know, that agonizing wait after a goal when you're not sure if it's going to stand. That can be tough for fans and players alike. There are also still debates about subjective calls, even with VAR, because ultimately a human is still making the final interpretation. But for the 2026 World Cup, we're going to see a significant evolution of VAR, primarily with the widespread implementation of semi-automated offside technology, or SAOT. This is a game changer, guys. SAOT uses specialized cameras strategically placed around the stadium to track the exact positions of players' limbs and the ball. It creates a 3D model of the players and the pitch, and with the help of artificial intelligence, it can instantly detect when an offside offense has occurred. The way SAOT works is absolutely fascinating. The system uses 12 dedicated tracking cameras mounted under the stadium roof to track 29 data points on each player's body, specifically focusing on those parts relevant for offside decisions. It also tracks the ball with incredible precision. When a player makes a pass, the system instantly calculates the exact moment the ball leaves their foot and simultaneously checks the position of the attacking player relative to the second to last defender. This happens in milliseconds. If an offside is detected, the system automatically alerts the VAR team, who can then quickly review the automatically generated offside line and the precise point of contact. This dramatically speeds up the decision-making process, reducing those agonizing waits for offside calls. It also removes much of the human error and subjectivity from drawing those lines, ensuring a level of accuracy that was previously impossible. This is a huge step forward for fairness and efficiency. Beyond SAOT, we're also going to see enhanced communication around VAR decisions. One of the biggest criticisms has been the lack of transparency for fans in the stadium and watching at home. You see the referee go to the monitor, but you don't always know exactly what they're looking at or why. For 2026, FIFA is pushing for clearer announcements in the stadium and on broadcasts explaining the VAR review and the final decision. Imagine hearing the referee's explanation live over the stadium loudspeakers. That would be Incredible for fan understanding. There's even talk about potential future developments like referee body cams or access to referee microphones to further enhance transparency, though these are still in the experimental stages. The goal is to make VAR less of a black box and more of an open and understandable part of the game. It's about bringing fans closer to the decision-making process and building trust in the technology. We want to understand why a decision was made, not just what the decision was. Now let's venture beyond VAR and explore some of the other incredible technologies that are set to redefine the 2026 World Cup and the future of football. First up, we have player performance tracking and analytics, which has already come so far but is constantly evolving. Coaches and sports scientists are no longer relying solely on their eyes, they're armed with an unprecedented amount of data about every single player on the pitch. This data comes from various sources like wearable technology such as GPS vests that players wear under their jerseys. These vests track everything from distance covered to top speed, acceleration, deceleration, and even heart rate. It gives coaches a real-time snapshot of a player's physical output and fatigue levels. This isn't just for post-match analysis, it's influencing substitutions, training regimes, and even tactical decisions during a game. Alongside wearable tech, we have advanced optical tracking systems which use multiple cameras around the stadium to track the precise movement of every player and the ball, without any physical devices on the players themselves. This generates incredibly rich data on positioning, movement patterns, passing networks, and tactical formations. It allows analysts to break down every aspect of a team's performance with unparalleled detail. Imagine knowing exactly how many times a player entered the opposition's box or their average passing accuracy in the final third. The applications of this data are immense. Coaches can use it for highly detailed tactical analysis, identifying strengths and weaknesses in their own team and opponents. It's crucial for injury prevention as sports scientists can monitor player load and identify patterns that might lead to fatigue-related injuries, allowing for personalized recovery and training plans. For fans, this data is increasingly being integrated into broadcasts, providing deeper insights and more engaging statistics than ever before. Next, let's talk about ball technology, which is also seeing some incredible advancements. While goal line technology has been around for a while and is incredibly successful, ensuring that no ghost goals are ever allowed or disallowed again, the next frontier is the connected ball. This isn't just a fancy football, it's packed with internal sensors that can provide real-time data about its movement. These embedded sensors can detect the exact point of contact when a player kicks the ball, its speed, its trajectory, and even its spin rate. This data is invaluable for SAOT, for example, providing the precise moment the ball leaves the foot for an offside calculation. It also opens up possibilities for new statistics and insights into shooting, passing, and even free kick techniques. Imagine seeing the exact spin on a Cristiano Ronaldo free kick in real time. Goal line technology itself, which is a mature technology now, but still incredibly important uses. Systems like Hawkeye or Goal Ref, with cameras or magnetic fields to definitively determine if the ball has fully crossed the goal line. It sends an instant signal to the referee's watch, eliminating any doubt about whether a goal was scored. It's a perfect example of technology solving a previously impossible to call situation with 100% accuracy. Beyond the pitch itself, the fan experience is also being revolutionized by new technologies. We're talking about things like augmented reality or AR and virtual reality or VR, which are set to create incredibly immersive viewing experiences. Imagine watching a match at home with a VR headset, feeling like you're right there in the stadium, with real-time stats and player information overlaid onto your view. Or using an AR app in the stadium to point your